All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are watching the scene of a so-called mass shooting on Townsend, Maryland. So there is no sound yet. Uh, this is just happening, supposedly. I did post the news channel in my description and in chat. So let's just watch here. I'm gonna put it on mute, and we'll check and see what's going on. It looks like a bunch of yellow. Oh no, it looks like fire hose. But the title of this says mass shooting. So we'll have to figure out. This is just happening. So stay with us. Well, it looks like fire trucks there, fire hose out, and yellow tape around. So something's going on there. It says right there, crime scene, right in front of these reporters. So very interesting. Is that that looks like a house, but it looks also like right across the street from a bunch of stores. Well, let's watch a little bit more and see if we get any other feeds that pop up. All right, so far there's no sound on it. It is just a video feed. Mass shooting in Townsend, Maryland, sources say. Interesting. A lot of stuff going on around there. Maybe it's something in the water. This guy's on the move. There's a lot going on around there. I wonder if this is like a strip where, I mean, them look like houses right there, but then stores right across the street. Yeah, it's a house. Ah, thumbs up. To go. Yeah, big police presence there. Lock Raven Boulevard and White Oak. They got everything locked down around there, tighter than a frog's butt. Uh-oh. That looks like the men in black right there. With the black trench coat. Look at them. What is going on? Hello, Mr. This is Ashworth. I can't believe this is. All right, we got feed. There's my field. Jimmy, what do you got? All right, we are seeing a mass of fire department come walking up. Interesting. They're grouped together. Large collaborant fire department men standing around in a circle. Do we have a hostage situation here or some kind of a fire? I see fire hoses out. This is interesting. Well, we really don't know what's going on here yet. I know we do see a bunch of, to the right here, a bunch of fire department and police, it looks like, in a big circle. Got a shot of a car wash here. And it looks like we got 1, 2, maybe more than that. Look at it down here by the gas station. By the marathon down here, it looks like it looks like there's police cars in the marathon gas station too. Ah, hello, little love bug Debbie. How you doing? Spreading all your love around all over the world today. We are just trying to figure out what's going on right now. I posted the channel that we are watching, the news feed. And it looks like there's police all the way down there by the marathon gas station. Looks like a pretty big area quarantined off, so they must. Maybe there was a car involved, started on fire or something. I don't know. We haven't gotten details yet. Bear with us. We know that manifesto that toying lady supposedly wrote might not be true. I don't know. I have no idea, Miss Debbie. All right, now he's showing all the. We got a big congratulation or a conjuring of a fire department in this circle. What do we got here? Is there someone on the ground? Or are they running through a plan? I mean, what do we. Oh, they might have lost somebody or young. It might not be true, Debbie said. And you are you talking about the Samantha group up or something like that, or in case that young girl that did the shooting? Oh, yeah, maybe Debbie. It might have been fake, just cover for something. I noticed they have police tape around the front yard of the house, so is it possible? Is it possible that somebody? I see fire hoses out connected right there on the ground. Is it possible somebody did a mass shooting and then tried to light the house on fire, maybe, or something? Uh, there's also a sign. Ooh, there's a bunch of cops down there at the marathon with more fire trucks. Was there a robbery at the marathon? Did they shot him down the street or something? They're across the street over at a sandwich place. I seen the sign. Oh, them are some nice houses. Look at that. What is that, a replica of the White House? I mean, come on. The authorities say they haven't released any info yet, so don't believe anything coming out of social media about that little lady, Christina Samantha, the girl that did the shooting. All right, I'll keep that in mind, Miss Deborah. Oh, what do we got here? Is that bomb squad, SWAT, special ed? Excuse me. That looks like a generator right there, ladies and gentlemen. And one of the fire department people are standing next to. What do we got going on here? Do we have any kind of volume? Do we have anything yet? Any kind of audio patch or video or audio? I don't know. This is memorizing. It's the waiting. Uh, that's the hardest part. From what Tom Petty said, I don't know. I think he's right though. I don't know. The feed we're watching, the news feed is saying that it's a mass shooting in Townsend, Maryland. So then again, anything happens, it's mass shooting, right? Or terrorism or whatever. I see the police pushing people back across the line. That's interesting, right? I am having some tea. I'm not feeling myself, Debbie. I think somebody using that old Mississippi clean. I see fire hoses. Now I don't know if they are filled with water or deflated. They look like they're filled. We got a generator out there. I'm surprised JLR isn't there. He's there. He's everywhere. I do believe that we went ahead and did a X-ray over his house, and I do believe we can prove that there's tunnels coming from everywhere, part of the world. And that's how we figured out that he can be everywhere and nowhere at the same time. I didn't want to say anything, but now you folks know. You heard it here first on this channel. All right, we got some guys that are calling it a day, it looks like. They got their uniforms off. Here comes a guy. I don't know what he is, but he's just walking casually. Die, die. Where do we go, boss? Die. And here come the rest of the guys. So we have no reports of what happened. Uh, we have seen before where these guys just dress up and they're bored and they just show up somewhere. Good God Almighty, what's going on? Nothing. There ain't nothing going on. We're just standing here, but we're going to watch you idiots report that this is the end of the world. And here we sit, all of us idiots. Something's going on big. What are they? They're just clearing fire hydrants. You kidding me? Well, no, nobody will believe something simple. It's got to be something horrible. Right? An alien popped up out of the sewer, lit a house on fire, and shot everybody. That's what we're looking at, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We're waiting for reports to come in, just like the rest of you. We have a large occupation of police, county sheriffs, fire trucks. I haven't seen any meat wagons. There might be a couple ambulances around there. And we're waiting just like the rest of you to find out what in the world has happened. Mass shooting, I cannot say that for sure. Report, repeat, I cannot say it is a mass shooting for sure until we get other feeds popping up and find out what's going on. For all we know, it could be a downed drone. Hmm. Interesting. Why would they be? They're just standing there looking. Is something going on? Is this a hostage situation? I mean, are they? Do I see somebody moving in the house? I think I see movement in the house. I do see movement, shadows in the glass behind the house or in the house, it looked like. Unless it was them two dudes walking. It might have been them two dudes, reflections in the windows. Debbie says it's a fire drill. For Debbie, for all we know, it could be, but why would they have the crime scene tape up? Do not cross. Wait a minute, they're filming new blue collar, blue balls. I seen something about that. I knew it. It was a roll I turned down, but kicking myself in the butt for it. But anyways, yeah, we don't know yet. I know I see a generator out there that makes me kind of suspicious. They need lighting for something, power for something. Is BV there? No reports out there. I don't know. We'll know if something's happening big if JLR pops up out of that man cover right there on the corner. See it? Then we will know something huge is definitely going on. Although this could have been a plant from JLR's channel to divert everybody to this, why he reports on the good stuff. I've seen that happen before. I've seen it. All right, we got all the fire department and police are now walking away. They are no longer in a circle. Can anyone hear me? Can the world hear me? I'm trying to. This is unreal. They're all in a mass group walking away from the area. Now, what are we dealing with? Is this some kind of a chemical spill? Is this some kind of a drone down? Is it a mass shooting? They're reporting mass shooting in Townsend, Maryland. Is that what we are seeing, Debbie? Am I getting the information right? Excuse me. I'm not getting no volume yet out of this feed. Debbie, are you seeing anything else on this on YouTube? Wonder Woman, Debbie Fox. Are you getting any more reports out there on this shooting, this mass shooting? There is weird. This is weird. I know this could all been a seed, a plant from my own mind. Why would you do this to me? It's a parade route. They're just shutting down for the Christmas parade. My great mod of all moms. It's a mass giant shooting. No, I'm just joking. She didn't say that. No, I just wondered why they say mass shooting. I know that. We don't even know yet. That's why I put possible mass shooting. Because I'm not sure yet. Does that make sense? Oh, great mod of all, Debbie Fox. All right, we got to freeze. All right, we lost feed. Let me see if I can see what's going on. Oh, we lost something. I'm not seeing anything else anymore. Son of a gun. You, you son of a JLR. Son of a JLR is, yeah, JLR. You son. Yeah, yeah, I had viewers in your JLR went live with the same story, Deborah. And now he's got like 3,000 viewers over there. And he said it's a funeral home. They were sleeping with wax bodies. This is sick. Sweetie, what do we do? I dare not use JLRs. I can't believe this. Debbie, we can't let someone enjoy story. No, I was trying to cover this, Debbie. This was mine. And then JLR went live and it kicked me off of the Rigma thing. The Rigmiatic, whatever they call that stupid thing. Because JLR's a bigger channel than me on YouTube. So they push little Johnny aside, cut his feed, so JLR can be the one that gets all the glory, snitty Snapchats and chitty chitty bang bangs, and hopefully the runs from a bad burrito. No, Debbie, don't try and talk me out of this. I'm too upset about this. They cut my feed. JLR is watching the same feed I was. You're a jealous man, JLR. You have the beautiful Magnolia. Ain't that good enough for you? No. You gotta have everything. They did, Debbie. I'm gonna try and get. I'm gonna try and reconnect. I'm. Well, I'm gonna try. But with JLRs is magic and witcheries and beautiful women and everything. It's hard for me to concentrate. I will try and use all my force to try and reconcentrate. To get this link back up and follow these idiots. Debbie, can you help me? Can you help me, Debbie? Can you help me with this, Debbie? I'm going to use my powers right now. Don't bother me right now, Debbie. I'm too drained from using these powers. I've reconnected JLR. How dare you try and cut my feet? Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the corner of Loch Raven Avenue, White Oak. We got a mass group of police, fire, and someone in a trench coat, black. It could be the men in black. Fire hoses everywhere. We do believe that on the corner of that property is a funeral home where they cremate people, he's saying. This is not JLR's feed. This is the feed that I was using first before JLR went live and cut my feed. How dare you, JLR? You ain't going to be getting no Christmas chocolate covered raisins from me and my goats this year. Yeah. Little Da Vinci was working on a perfect batch for you, weren't you, Da Vinci? Go on, calm down. None for you, JLR. Now let's find out what is going on here. This is unreal. I'm seeing a lot of guys standing around. I'm seeing a lot of trench coats. Here comes a guy in black with one of them old Irish hats. Like, Captain, what's going on here? I can't hold it no more, Jim. I've been waiting for so long to unload all this power and load on everything. Scotty, this is James Kurt. Stargate 2525. Do not release that load on anybody. Let me see what Debbie said. A trench coat. Are we sure that's not Bendejo? It could be. Ladies and gentlemen, we are losing feet again. I imagine that JLR is getting upset and using his powers of all can be, the dark force, to try and cut this feed. We are on the run. The cameraman is actually running down the street. They are putting up more crime scene tape. This is very ugly. Whenever you got a funeral home and a bunch of dead people, usually things don't turn out good. They just don't turn out good. But who am I? I'm nobody. Oh, they're going around the whole block. Do we have a contamination or something here? I mean, they are shutting down everything around there. I mean, is this some kind of a contamination? What are we dealing with here? I mean, how many people dead? How many people were already dead in the funeral home? What are they doing? We don't know. There's a mass group of police down at. We got crosses. It's church. It's, oh my God, what have they done? They are roping off everything. What do we got here, folks? Can we get some kind of a... There is a sign that's walk, do not run crossing. So this is interesting. And they're pushing people back. What do we got here, ladies and gentlemen? Well, if there's chemicals like embalming fluid, that's hazardous, right? Let's say someone did something and maybe they were stealing the fluid or something that they used. I know they store chemicals if it's a funeral home. I mean, this is very interesting. We're just not sure. But, I don't know. Maybe we could. I don't know what we got going here. Let me see what else we got going. I know JLR's on it. He just said he's seen me go first, and then he's like, I'm gonna come in. The big dogs are coming in, and they kicked Johnny right off. They just kicked me right off the feed, and everything zoomed into JLR. Yeah, this is something. Well, there's no reports of anyone being caught yet. I should not have asked where he was. No, you shouldn't have, Deborah. It's kind of making me think twice who you're really working for, who your devotion is devoted to. And how many redhead beautiful women does JLR have? That is my question right now. Very interesting, if I might say myself. But there is no reports of anyone caught anything at all. Is there a fish fry going on out there tonight? I know the fire department's have fish fries. He heard his name and bam. Yep, Debbie. Some kind of a demonic power. Maybe he's using beautiful women to get whatever he wants with men and everything. It ain't gonna work, JLR. It just ain't gonna work, my friend. Remember, bros before hoes. Joking, JLR. I'm just joking. But they've cleared enough distance away. We had a mass group of fire department in one area standing all together. We got fire hoses connected to the trucks. We got trench coat men walking around in Scottish hats, them old, almost like bridge guy. That was the same hat that bridge guy was wearing. Uh, for all I know, we had a drone go down, and the trench coat guy is military or CIA black drone ops, and and is trying to figure out what the heck's going on. We just don't know. There's been no big reports. We're getting reports of a mass shooting, but we're not hearing suspect on the loose. Everyone lock their doors, lock your cats and dogs up, and your children. We're not hearing anything. We don't know. For all we know, it's Tuesday night fish fry on the corner out there. For all we know, which fish and chips are big in Maryland, so that wouldn't shock me at all. But we need some kind of something here. Let me see what my reporter Debbie Fox was saying. I mean, even Beetlejuice has been called 3 times. I know. But like I said, I've done X-rays of around JLR's house, and I can prove there is a back cave. And JLR is not JLR. He is actually Wayne Gretzky or whatever that guy was in Banner. Wayne something, who never know. But he's got actually tunnels and a bat cycle, and he's I don't know how he did it. I don't know. Probably put all the beautiful women he has on his channel working for him and made him dig tunnels to all these cities so he could be the first one to report on anything that happens in America. And I don't know. Does the radar lie? I'm not sure. All I know is I can see tunnels going everywhere in a massive cave. I'm just saying, I don't know. It's possible. It is very possible that he's Wayne uh, Newton or Wayne Gretzky or whatever the dude from Batman was. Debbie, what was that guy's name? Who was Batman? Wayne, I'm not sure if it was Gretzky, which JLR is tall and everything. He might be able to play hockey. And Wayne Newton, I don't think JLR is Wayne Newton because Wayne Newton was a singer back in Vegas way back in the days. I'm trying to get some kind of cooperation out of my mod, the great Debbie Fox, the beautiful, more beautiful than JLR's mods. But then again, now that she's not functioning right, it's very well possible JLR sent her as a plant. You'll go at no expense, will you, JLR? To take over this corporation, Kramer Incorporated in Hadley. You know it, I know it. Debbie, what was Batman's name? Wayne, I know it wasn't Wayne Gretzky. I know definitely it was not Wayne Newton. Debbie, she's gone deaf now all of a sudden. Her boyfriend must have showed it. Ben, I thought you were in a trench coat, Ben. Ben, is that you in the trench coat? And that Scottish hat, walking around like you're doing something? With a piece of paper and a pen? Wayne Newton. No, it ain't Wayne Newton. Batman, Debbie. You're one of these sci-fi freak women that watch all this stuff. You remember Joker, Batman? I'm outside the ranch house in a trench coat, Debbie, I imagine. Bruce Wayne, there it is. There's my smart woman. Where have you been, sweetie? I think they sucked your brains out and replaced it with some kind of a Boston cream. But there you go. Bruce Wayne. I think JLR is Bruce Wayne. I know he acts dumb, but he's really smart. And I can't have this. How he cut my feet. I don't have a ranch house. I don't care. Do you have ranch? I got some chicken wings. I'm hungry. Just do something other than flirt with Bendejo. Thank you. No, I wish we can get some kind of answers there. But all I got is a video. I got no audio. I got nothing. Your guess is as good as mine. We know this much. There's a funeral house involved. We know this much. There must have been people there that were already deceased. How many, we're not sure. We don't know if we might have caught someone doing something very sick and very disturbing. We're not sure.
Involved in it, you're more likely to abate any retaliation or any more violence if you work together using the expertise of all the agencies. So the other agencies now are always ready and prepared to respond to these kinds of scenes. Unfortunately, we've kind of learned that historically.
And the ATF, would it be, Dr. Powers, part of that force multiplier you talked about earlier, correct?
The ATF, the FBI, local agencies, they will contact, as you know now, there were maybe people don't know, the Drug Enforcement Administration is part of Homeland Security. So they have an intelligence apparatus. The immediate thing, if you are wanted some information or intelligence, you will want to know whether this was related to any kind of investigation they had going on, to any gangs that may be involved in drugs. You will have them to contact their sources. So all of these different agencies have a great deal of intelligence that they can share with local agencies to, again, immediately abate the threat and also to expedite the likelihood of catching the individuals responsible, stopping them, and even if you catch them and get them in custody, getting information from them to make sure there are not other people involved who weren't even on the scene, who may not have been involved in the event tonight, but may be planning some other event. You have to take all that in consideration. As I said before, Kai, you rule everything in before you rule anything out. You take the worst case scenario rather than looking for the silver lining in these situations. The public usually looks for the silver lining. Police departments, police officers, police agencies, federal agents deal with the other things in terms of putting together a case to prosecute who may have been responsible for this and finding out in the days, weeks, and months ahead how this thing came together.
Dr. Powers, certainly a lot of questions tonight. We are going to go back to our Jessica Babb on the scene. We're still waiting to hear from police. It sounds like that could be any moment now, but we are also seeing that some other county officials may be on the scene out there tonight. Jessica, what are you learning?
Yeah, we are still waiting for police to come to the staging area, but we are starting to get a little bit more information. Baltimore County Police over social media putting out, confirming that it was a shooting in the 8500 block of Loch Raven Boulevard. They say that multiple people have been transported to area hospitals, and so far they say the investigation obviously is still ongoing. We know that the press officer is still on the scene, but we also know that some county government officials like Johnny Olszewski, the county executive, also the county administrative officer, they have also said that they were on the scene and they are monitoring this situation closely. I've also reached out to my sources and contacts with the county government as well to get some more information from their end on what might be going on. Of course, I am still waiting to hear back, but we know that county officials are on the scene as well. And again, hoping to hear back from police in this media staging area. Hopefully they'll address us at any point now, but they have confirmed that it was a shooting in the 8500 block of Loch Raven Boulevard. As we've been reporting, multiple people transported to the hospital. Again, still waiting to get some more, but we know at least one person could likely be dead. But that is what we know so far. And as we learn more, we will again keep you posted.
All right, Jessica, and how close are you exactly to the scene? Are there any other people around, especially around the funeral home tonight, or is everybody pretty much cleared out?
Ooh, was it a funeral?
So when I was over there at the scene by the funeral home, there was a lot of people, onlookers, people who live in the area, maybe even people who were at some of the shops when this happened, who were all gathered around behind the police tape. Really just people trying to figure out what was going on, people who either heard gunshots or saw the chaos and saw the first responders, really trying to get some more information. Where I'm at right now is the Media Staging Center, which is about half a mile away. We're at Pleasant Plains Elementary School. So right now, people who had gathered around the scene, they're not with us right at this moment. They were still on the scene where everything is currently unfolding at this moment. But if we can get back there, we'll definitely be sure to talk with them more about what they heard and what they saw. Again, right now, our priority is trying to hear from police and trying to get more information about the events that led up to this and really what the investigation is showing so far. Maxine?
Yeah. Jessica, I was just going to ask you, I know you said you're a little bit of distance away, but from where you are, can you see the collection of evidence of any kind of way? Is it just too dark and too far away to see anything like that?
Yeah, we're many streets away. Like I said, we're half a mile. I can't actually hear a helicopter above me right now. It's not clear if it's related to this investigation or not, but we are extremely close. But we're not close enough to be able to show you what's happening. Like I said, we're many streets away, half a mile away. So unfortunately, there's no scene behind us to give you a better idea. But I do know we have cameras there. So hopefully those feeds are working for you.
Yeah, and when you were over there earlier and you took those pictures, you mentioned all those police lights. Were you able to get an eye on that car that might have been involved that caught fire?
From my vantage point, again, there was so much going on the street when we were there, and so many first responders kind of blocking the view from where this funeral home was. I was standing across the street from the Johnson Fosbrink funeral home. I was not able to see a car. I was not able to see remnants of a fire. Again, first responders had entirely blocked all of that just with how many there were. I could see crowds of people, I could see groups of firefighters, but I couldn't see an actual car on the scene. Again, just so much going on. Just to give you an idea, I know we've been saying it's a massive scene, but I couldn't even get a glimpse of the entire scene, which doesn't always happen. Many times when we go to scenes when there's breaking news, we can get a clearer picture of what's going on, but there was just so much going on at this scene that it was hard to get that picture. And again, I couldn't see that car, I couldn't see remnants of a fire. We just saw first responder after first responder, fire trucks, police officers blocking off the area, and just crowds and crowds of first responders trying to respond to this. And because it's such a big response, that's why likely we still haven't heard from police at this point, because it's just such a big scene that they're trying to work through. So hopefully we hear from them at any point now. We're here, we'll be live, we'll be waiting, and we'll bring all those updates to you as soon as we get them. Back to you.
Of course, the larger the scene, all of those lights, the response from police, we're hearing now the ATF involved, is indicative of how serious in nature this is tonight. We do want to get back out to Keith Daniels at Shock Trauma. We've been saying this, but it's the hospital that you would want to be at tonight with some of the best doctors. If
All right, there you go, folks. Now, was this gang related? We are not sure yet. ATF was out there, so something's going on. Was it something other? We don't know, right? They said supposedly 7 shot, 1 supposedly dead. Thank God there wasn't more. But we'll, so close into the investigation. I imagine there was cameras. at the funeral home. And around there at them stores. So if something happened, it was a big gunfight or whatever, a funeral or whatever, I imagine there's something on camera around there to figure out what happened and what exactly went down. Right? Was it a terrorist attack? Who knows yet? So we're not sure, but when it comes in, we'll find out. No, I want to thank everyone for stopping in, Miss Debbie Fox and Ben Deho and Spencer Ashworth. You all have a good night. We'll be back later on if something else happens or we find something else out, or maybe a fire or something. Maybe nothing tonight. Maybe just chilling. But there's a lot of stuff going on, right? The Kohlberg case, the Luigi Mangione, whatever his name is. Boy, we'd like to question, where was Luigi? When the Kohlberger thing was going on. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty crazy, man. Did they ever have any communications? Investigate into that. Was he an experimental thing or something? Or was he just a lone wolf? We don't know yet. All right, you folks have a great day. God bless you all. We'll just keep reporting here on what we think. Our speculations are and everything. And yeah. Talk to you folks later.